So, hello everyone. Welcome to my Very Thoughtful World. I am Canisha Berry, and I am so excited because my mission in life is to help professional women or female entrepreneurs manifest the life of their dreams by getting in tune with who they were created to be. I do this by using my strategic coaching program called Awakening. In Awakening, what we do is we wake you up to the limited thoughts and beliefs that's holding you back. But moving forward today, what I want to talk to you about is you living your abundant life because you are some of the one being God, love, universe. I prefer to it as God. I believe that like God and Jesus is my way, but I understand that it may not necessarily at this moment be your way. However, I believe that we're all connected to divine. I believe that we're all connected to the love of God and all that He is. And because I am some of the one and you are some of the one and He is the one, then inside of you is greatness. Inside of you is creativity because He is the creator. So, what part of you, what some of you is showing up in the world? What part of you maybe is too afraid to show up because of all the thoughts and the limited beliefs that you've grown up with and things that you've experienced that made you think that you're not important enough, smart enough, strong enough, bold enough, brave enough to show up in your magical sum of the one. Listen, this is what I mean by that. I absolutely know that we all have unique gifts and talents. I also know that we live in a world that is intentional about numbing us out to who God called us to be. And that numbing happens because everybody buys into this idea of the way life is supposed to go. Go to school, get a degree, get a good job, get married, buy a house, have children, this system. Here's what's interesting. We are still promoting that idea, that way of life, when we see that for the majority of people, it doesn't work. Even those who've gotten a job, who's gotten a degree, they may still be working for years in careers that they hate, making just enough to get by. Or perhaps they're making the money that they want to make, but they never have time to enjoy family and friends in the home that they went out of their way to buy because they are trying to fit into the scheme of the norm. I want to know, is that you? Are you fitting in instead of standing out? Are you making your greatness small because you're too afraid to be bold and courageous and stand in all that you've been called to be? If that is you, I want you to reach out to me at verythoughtfullife.com. My whole goal, my whole desire is to help you get connected to the woman God created you to be so that you can stand boldly and courageous in this earth and do what you've been called to do. See, like I know because we are all connected to the divine that my connection gives me what I call superpowers. And I know that your connection has also given you superpowers. My question is, do you know what your superpowers are? What are your unique gifts and talents? What is the thing inside of you that makes you special? And like, what problem are you the answer to? Are there a group of people waiting for you to show up so that they will know how to do the thing that only you can teach them? And I want to know, why are you holding yourself back? Here's what I need you to get. Whatever that reason is, Canisha, I can't afford it. I have to have this job. I have too many bills. Um, that doesn't make sense. It's not practical. Whatever these ideas are that you're telling yourself as to why you can't show up as the woman God created you to be, I need you to get that these are just thoughts. And not only are they just thoughts, they're stories that perhaps you've been telling yourself for a really long time. And because the story is connected to an experience, it's connected to an event that happened in your past, or maybe even connected to someone that you love greatly who's told you this for so long, that not only is it a thought for you, it's a belief for you. But understand that we're in that time frame of life where there comes a opportunity where we can begin to unlearn who we have been like modeled to be. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if the model isn't working for you, if you are the woman who's waking up in the middle of the night thinking, wow, life has got to be better than this, that is your bigger self. That's that some of you that's attached to God who knows that there's more. I can remember I spent 10 years working at a television station. I started as a graphic designer. By the end of the 10 years, I had become the art manager. And listen, there's a time that I loved being a graphic designer. There was a time I enjoyed working for the television station, but I saw myself growing out of it. I saw the passion leaving, but I also knew the whole time I was there, something was missing. And this is what I know about life. We are called in every situation, particularly in jobs, in careers, and whether we're in school, we're called to use our talents. The talent is the thing that you do. And perhaps you do it well, and perhaps you've been doing it for a lot of years, and maybe you've even trained for it, and maybe you have several degrees in it. It's the talent, and the talent will get you so far. And the talent maybe shows up and shines, and people think of you as brilliant and great because you're so good at this talented thing. And maybe you don't even recognize how special your talent is because you've been doing it for so long. And you just think, well, this is just what I do. And doesn't everybody operate at this level? I want you to know, no, everybody does not operate at this level. But when something is missing, when it feels like, I do this really well, I get paid a lot of money, or I'm always getting accolades, but it still feels like something is missing, I can assure you what's missing is the gift. See, the talent is what you do. The gift is who you are. And the gift is the sum of you that's really connected to the divine. It is the part of you that lights up and shines and that you do easily without even thinking about it. What you need to understand that like leadership is a gift. Being a dynamic communicator is a gift. Being an encourager, that is a gift. That is the way your spirit expresses itself in the world. And too many of us walk through this world where our spirit is not being expressed. Our soul being those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings, those behaviors. Those are being expressed all the time. But the sad thing is many of us spend most of our life feeling stuck because the emotion we get stuck in is sadness or frustration or depression or hurt. And we never go through the process of processing those emotions, because on the other side of that great pain or discomfort is connection to your purpose. And your purpose, when you walk in it, move in it, get excited about it, it ignites for you your spirit. And then your spirit gets free, and your spirit being connected to the divine, connected to God, he will begin to download to you every single day your next step, your next move. So you're having moments of it. I know, because if you're listening to Very Thoughtful, then you are the woman who loves to talk about spiritual things and manifestation and dreams and visions. But there's a part of you that thinks that that's not for me. I've outgrown that part of my life. I'm too old now to start over. How would I make money doing that? Canisha, that sounds lovely, but I have to be realistic. I think realistic, that word, is the death to your dreams. It's the death to who you was really created to be. Because listen, we all have to pay bills. We all have to do quote unquote realistic things. But what I'm telling you, it is in your dream state. It is in your highest state, your spirit, when your spirit is aligned with God, that the best ideas come through. And those ideas lead to the manifestation that's going to lead you to the things that's going to bring you the peace, the love, the joy, the excitement, the connection that you deeply desire. So I want to know, when you're like listening to this, is there something happening on the inside of you? Is there like a twinge or an excitement or something where you're going, I know what you're talking about. I have that, but I don't know how to tap into it. I have moments of it, but are you telling me that the moments can be something that I live out every single day? I want you to know you can. And here's the thing, I'm not asking you to quit your job to start all over in life, right? I'm just asking you to allow yourself the grace, the mercy, the peace to be aligned with who God called you to be, so that you can tap into more of where he's taking you, the greater part of you, so that then you can begin to manifest. And so one of the things that I've been recently introduced to is the idea of micro manifestation. And what micro manifestation means is that you can manifest a beautiful, loving day every single day, even in the tough times. And that just simply means getting, again, realigned, reconnected to God, getting in his peace, making choices and decisions from the space of love, from the space of peace, moving you out of the worry, moving you out of the frustration, moving you out of the need to control everything, but trusting and believing and knowing that God is exactly who He said He is, and that He will do exactly what He said He would do in your life. But you have to be willing to surrender and get out of His way and allow Him to do it. So what does that look like? I know you might be listening like, girl, Canisha, what are you talking about? What would it look like to surrender? I think I have surrendered. I prayed. I've done these things. Surrendering many times just means relaxing, relaxing in His presence, getting quiet in your heart and in your mind, in your spirit, getting your soul to calm down, your soul being those emotions, getting your thoughts to quiet down, because that part of your soul is always busy. It's always talking. And because it's hardwired to negativity, it then gets your emotions riled up. And now you're in anxiety, frustration, anxiousness, worry, because those thoughts, that part of your soul, now got you in a frenzy. And so now you're making choices from the frenzy and you're wondering why nothing seems to go right. What I'm inviting you to is you can tap into God at any moment. Believe it or not, there's time in every situation to get into alignment, to get into peace, to get into joy. And when you're there, allowing God to send down the answers, send down the one next thing to do. And then from the peace position, make a choice, make a decision. And when you do that every single time, now you begin to manifest a life that is abundant and that is full of joy and that feels guided and feels like, okay, I don't have to control all of this, but I begin to trust. And all of those words, trust, love, peace, joy, all of those are indicators that you are moving in the presence of God. So I want that for you. I want you to begin to move in purpose, to be excited about life, to awaken to the gifts that God has created you to be, to get in alignment with the one, God, the one, so that the sum of God that's inside of you can begin to show up here on this earth in a practical daily way, so that people can see you being the wonderful person you've been created to be, but also begin to see your gifts and be able to be blessed by your gifts. And perhaps if you decide that those gifts are where you want to now, okay, I want to monetize this, because there's nothing wrong with that. I want to not only be a blessing to others, but be a blessing to my family, to myself, because I'm showing up fully as God created me to be, to walk into the gifts and the ideas and the thoughts and these brilliant moments that I have. I want to walk in that. If that is you, I want you to go right now, click on my link and book a session with me. Listen, imagine 30 minutes free with me where we can talk about the steps it takes for you to just get back in alignment. I can't wait. I cannot wait to talk to you, because I know you're the kind of woman who take action. You have been listening to my podcast. You've been watching my videos. You've been reading the emails, but now you're like, you know what? I don't want another day, month, or year to go by where I'm not in tune. I know what Canisha's talking about. I believe that life can be like that, and I'm ready to take action. I know that that is the woman that's listening. So right now, go ahead on and book your time with me. I can't wait to talk to you. So have an amazing day. Show up abundantly, because you are abundant, because God is an abundant God. Show up in peace, because God is peace, and that peace is inside of you. The sum of Him that's inside of you is peaceful. So you be peaceful and show up kind, so that everyone who comes in touch with you and that you encounter experience kindness, so that you then in return will experience that same kindness. Remember, it is your thoughts that's creating your decisions, and your decisions that's creating your destiny. And I want you to design a destiny that you love, that you're excited about. And I know that you can. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I do want to ask you to do me a favor. Will you share, like, and tell other people about this podcast, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I know that you're going to do it because you're an amazing woman, and I can trust that I hang out with phenomenal people. Have a blessed one. Talk to you soon. Bye. Listen, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching or listening to Very Thoughtful Life Coaching. I want to move you to another level in your life. And so, because I am intentional about that, I want to invite you to join me on October 4th through the 7th for an amazing retreat. We're calling it Bubbles and Business Retreat. Now, if you follow me at all, you know that I have a business partner, Jet, where we team together because Jet is very strategic, business minded, and I am very like centered, spiritual, get you in the alignment, help you walk into your purpose, but then how to monetize that. We show you how to turn your gifts and your talents into businesses so that you can walk in the fullness of who you've been created to be. And we're going to spend 3 beautiful days together down at Lake Gaston, North Carolina, October 4th through the 7th. We only have 10 spots available. So many ladies are saying they're going to sign up, but understand this, nothing moves until you book your spot. All you have to do to secure your spot is to pay your deposit, and then you will be locked in and loaded and be ready to join us on October 4th through the 7th. We hope to see you there. We cannot wait. It's going to be phenomenal.